So we're back. We're back. I was scrolling through Instagram and came across this podcast. Forgive me for not having it on hand, being able to play it, but this young female, well, she was like a female in her 40s. She was saying how back in her 20s she was engaged, and her fiance at the time said he's just a buffer to where she really wants to be. And she was kind of shocked when he said that. In other words, I am not the guy who you really want. You're settling. You're settling for, because of your insecurities. And that struck a chord with me because I really understand that. When I met my wife some 25 years ago, I was older, in my 30s. She's in her, I think, early 20s, and but that's really neither here or there. What it was that I had already lived a life. By that time, I had 3 kids. She only knew about 2 at the time. She was young, vibrant, living a life, good-looking, body. Everything was where it was supposed to be. Smelled good, looked good, hair was tight, dressed well. 2-parent home. The appearance of a princess, a modern day princess. And here it is, she's, not that I'm a bad guy, but I lived a life by that time. And here it is, she's cozying up with me. Now, I just was good for the night or just for the time that I had, but we ended up taking things a little further, this, that, and third. Nothing is perfect. Nothing was ever perfect. But here it is, 25 years later. But with that being said, I kind of always felt like, what is she doing with a guy like me? What is she doing with me? And I've really come to terms that perhaps the answer to that is that I'm controllable. In our situation, I would say that I like her more than she likes me. Though she does it jokingly and passively, I think, she probably feels that she's settled on me. There's guys that I've seen that she dealt with in the past and I think, are doing really great in life. But I really feel what it is that, and I have a 15-year-old and I've explained this to him. The number one rule when you're getting with somebody or you're looking to take somebody serious is that, the number one rule is like who likes you. Don't try to convince them. You might see a girl that you like over there. She ain't gonna give you the time of day. Don't go over there to convince her to give you the time of day. You know what I'm saying? She don't like you. You're not her type. Move on. You understand what I'm saying? Because even if you were to flatter her, she gets with you, chances are, somewhere in the back of her head, she always gonna feel like she could do better, that she's settling. And unbeknownst to her, there's 1,000,001 hers, and the guy that she's looking for has 2-3 million more options than she will ever have. So in reality, that guy wasn't gonna give it to you anyway. But in her head, she kind of feels like she settled for you and she could have done better. And that's gonna muster and fester animosity. And you're never gonna convince her otherwise. And so listening to this podcast and hearing this young lady speak of, that her fiance at the time in their early 20s, I think they were 22 and 23, he really understood that she was just settling for him. Even though they were together, she was probably eyeing some guy across town, or she knew some guy across the roof, or maybe, they're exchanging looks and probably looking like, well, what is a girl like her doing with a guy like that? He probably sees that, catches all of that, which I have. And he knew enough to acknowledge it. And that kind of blew her away. And gentlemen, I just to bring it home, and I meant this, and I've said this in the earlier videos, is like who likes you. Like who likes you. Because chances are she's going to spin the block. She's going to spin it many times. And by the time she gets back to you, she would have lived the life. As they say, she would have rolled the carousel. And she's going to settle on you. Or you're just going to bump into just randomly bump into her. She's going to say, I should have married you. I should have married you. Or she's going to try to convince you at that point that she's now ready for you. And gentlemen, I'm here to applaud you. Don't even entertain it. Don't even entertain it. You know, I have a 15-year-old in high school, and there's a female friend of his who's now pregnant. I think she's 16. But back, you know, some years ago when they were a little younger, me and my wife used to go on school trips and field trips, and we used to see this young lady always running behind them, showing my son lots of attention. But my son is basically one of the guys, and he really didn't entertain that. He's really just about his peers and socializing amongst his peers at this point in time. But so to hear that she has a baby now is not, or she's pregnant, is not really a shocker to us. You know, we lived enough to know that, you know, you just know the types. And but I explained to him, my son, that let this be a learning lesson. Let this be a reference point, a bookmark in your life, something that you actually witnessed as I talk to you and grow and experience with you. Let this be a bookmark of what it is I've been trying to tell you. You know, don't be disrespectful for her. Be a friend, but let it be no more than that. Because as time goes and as you get older and you grow into adult situations, this is going to come up again. And you're going to have to keep things like this in a proper perspective, because you yourself, young man, will be a high valued individual, both in looks, background, education, finance, and just a good ass credit score. You understand what I'm saying? And you're going to need and require your counterpart to be as such. And as I said previously and in the past, that, you know, you shouldn't require or expect something of someone if you yourself aren't of that. And life really doesn't have too many second chances. And then even if it does, why put yourself through that? Let's learn through wise people. Let's learn through others' mistakes and lessons and try to avoid them. Let's try to take that seriously and try to avoid it. So I saw that to say, gentlemen, once again, like who likes you. Don't be the buffer. You can't convince her otherwise that you're the guy for her. You just can't. You just can't, and you shouldn't. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your finances nor your resources, because chances are she's going to circle back, because she's going to understand the game. And in reality, it's in her DNA that she's a survivalist. You understand what I'm saying? So she's going to go to the best person who is going to be her best option, her best tool for survival. And she will use the punani in her children to do so, to save herself. So don't get it messed up. Don't get it confused. She is a survivalist first. She works off a hypergamy. She will monkey branch. You understand what I'm saying? She will swing forward and she can swing backward. So don't be a branch on that tree. Alright? Don't be a branch on that tree. So it's your boy, Brian R. Keefe, just checking in. Don't forget the link below. I'm part of a duo production group, New York City Transients, with my guy Polo Pure Grit. And check the music. When you out just lamping and chilling and washing your car and cleaning your house and doing your workout and just having a nice night with a female in your house or whatever it is, riding along, you just taking a scenic drive. Spotify, Apple, Amazon Music, across all your platforms. New York City Transients. The link tree will be in the description below. Lock in, tag on, and pick up a couple of volumes. All right, we on volume 9 right now. Okay, New York City Transients. The music is in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. If you want to consult, you need a one-on-one, holla at your boy. All right, it's your boy Brian O'Keefe, and I see you on the other side. Peace.